Arsenal defender, one time of Brighton, had a decent spell, if I remember rightly, at Leeds United as well, didn't he, Martin? What do you think? What do you think of him? Do you like what you see?
Yeah,
he was
so
saying
far.
there, look, I might have been bought for 50 million quid, but it was nothing to do with me. I don't have any control over it, so what can I do about that?
Yeah, and it was interesting. The first game he played, wasn't it, Brentford, where that was quite an acid test for him.
Yeah,
got a lot of criticism. Arsenal kind of got bullied a little bit, but when you look at the way that Arsenal have recovered from the start of the season, remember you three were sort of talking about Arteta getting the sack. Well, look at them now, into fourth position, 32 points. 4 points clear of West Ham, who've also had a really good season. That fourth position is really, you have to say that position's is up for grabs, because the front three, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, look like they could run away with it, which is nice to have a three-horse race, so to speak, but they're all going after that fourth place position. And I think the partnership he's formed with Gabriel, particularly Tomiyasu coming in and now Tierney back in the back four, which was something that I feel is right and proper. That is a really good back four, with Ramsdale behind being outstanding. So that is the sort of base now, the platform that Arsenal can go and build from. And when you look at him, Ben White in possession, the way he comes out with the ball, really confident, playing some superb passes. The defensive side of it's where you want to look, and I think that's improving. And then it's about forming, where's the line, where's your opponent, where's the ball, and forming that partnership, and also becoming a leader.
Yes.
And that's the next step. Interesting, he was saying about the manager, Arteta saying that he's the best manager that he's dealt with. So that tells you a little bit about the manager on the inside.
And what was the early part of that answer? This insightful answer, I may say. That Simon was talking about Arteta getting the sack. Or me as well? Or?
Oh, yeah, right at the start of the season, you guys were saying, trying to put words into my mouth, and I was trying to say at the time, look, let's retain a little bit of dignity. Let's give the man a bit of a chance. And it's a good job we did, because now Arsenal's sitting in fourth position. Whether they end up in that position end of the season...
Words in your mouth?
No, you weren't able to do that, but you tried to do that.
You former fence-setting old rascal. We sat there and we talked about the notion of him coming back from this break, having 2 games against Burnley and Norwich that might define the direction of travel he's going to go in, and you were part of that conversation and involved.
But I think you guys were looking to sort of hammer them, and rightly so. Of course, they lost. They lost the first 3 games of the season, so alarm bells were ringing. But he's silenced those critics. But it's you go from game to game. So the away record is quite shocking, though, when you look at defeats against Manchester United, Liverpool, Everton. Recently, a good win against Leeds. The home form, 4 wins on the bounce, is not in dispute. It's the away form, and that's character, personality, and that's a team rebuilding. They're rebuilding a reputation, and people thought they might have been a soft touch. That's not happening anymore, but it takes time to build, and Arsenal are in the middle of that.
Yeah, what my ears pricked up when Ben White said Arteta's a brilliant manager.
Yes.
So in other words, we take a step back from that. You have to think that it's largely being felt within the club that he's dealing correctly with the Aubameyang situation.
Well, the results, I think, when we saw how animated Arteta was on that very first game after he made that quite telling decision, he realised that they need to do something, get a result, because he's put his neck on the line a little bit.
Sure.
The team have responded. 2 good results since then, Jim. But look, Spurs now not playing many games at the moment. A couple of games, or 3 games in hand, can go above Arsenal. So West are Arsenal in a false position. Only time will tell us.
Wait, what did you make of Arteta saying this week that a simple apology from Aubameyang wouldn't necessarily solve his exile problem?
Well, it's the first step, though, to apologise, and then it's about a change of behaviour. So I think that's what he's referring to. He wants to see the player improve his behaviour and maybe turn up on time occasionally, as Simon might suggest, that he doesn't turn up on time often enough. He's getting paid good money. I don't like to bring money up,
Martin,
but
the money out.
At the end of the day,
Martin.
he needs to. If there's a set of rules, and he needs to abide by those, and he does that through his actions and not by his words, and that's what the manager's saying. Let's see what happens. I think he does need to be encouraged back into the group. I think that's right and proper as well, because Arsenal are going to need him ultimately, Jim, as time unfolds.
Yes,
because he is still a top player.
Yeah. Interestingly, Arteta also says, "Look, I'm no dictator, but I will never compromise my principles."
And I get that as well.
Yeah.
That's about behaviour. He gives 100%. He expects it from everybody else in the building. And not turning up on time is obviously something that is a problem for him.
Sure.
So he's not changing the rules. He's just changing the player who doesn't want to abide by the rules.
Martin, we want to apologise for at any time putting words in your mouth, and we want to we want to thank you for putting mince pies in ours. It's Christmas.
Yes,
Christmas Eve, just gone 12:15.